Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you all had a good Friday night. I can't believe I was just looking at the calendar this morning thinking how we are more than halfway through January already. I feel like 2026 is going to be the year that just flies by so much faster than the rest. I don't know why. Time is getting away from me. I still have a list of to-dos from Monday that I haven't done yet. All right. We are on January 17th. Pharaoh invites Jacob to Egypt, Genesis 45, 16 through 28. The news soon reached Pharaoh's palace. Joseph's brothers have arrived. Pharaoh and his officials were all delighted to hear this. Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, this is what you must do. Load your pack animals and hurry back to the land of Canaan. Then get your father and all of your families and return here to me. I will give you the very best land in Egypt, and you will eat from the best that land produces." Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, take the wagon from the land of Egypt and carry your little children and your wives and bring your father here. Don't worry about your personal belongings, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours." So the sons of Jacob did as they were told. Joseph provided them with wagons, as Pharaoh had commanded, and he gave them supplies for their journey. And he gave each of them new clothes, but to Benjamin he gave 5 changes of clothes and 300 pieces of silver. He also sent his father 10 male donkeys loaded with the finest products of Egypt, and then 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and other supplies he would need on his journey. So Joseph sent his brothers off, and as they left, he called after them, "Don't quarrel about all this along the way." And they left Egypt and returned to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan. "Joseph is still alive," they told him, "and he is the governor of all the land of Egypt." Jacob was stunned at the news. He couldn't believe it. But when they repeated to Jacob everything Joseph had told them, and when he saw the wagons Joseph had sent to carry him, their father's spirits revived. Then Jacob exclaimed, "It must be true. My son Joseph is alive. I must go and see him before I die." Jacob's return to Egypt, Genesis 46, 1. I don't know why that just disappeared. Genesis 46, 1 through 27. So Jacob set out for Egypt with all of his possessions, and when he came to Beersheba, he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. During the night, God spoke to him in a vision. "Jacob, Jacob," he called. I'm so sorry. "Here I am," Jacob replied. "I am God, the God of your father." The voice said, "Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for there I will make your family into a great nation. I will go with you down to Egypt, for there I will make your family into a great nation." I'm so sorry. I can't read. "I will go with you down to Egypt, and I will bring you back again. You will die in Egypt, but Joseph will be with you to close your eyes." So Jacob left Beersheba, and his sons took him to Egypt. They carried him and their little ones and their wives in the wagons Pharaoh had provided for them. They also took all of their livestock and all of their personal belongings they had acquired in the land of Egypt, or the land of Canaan. So Jacob and his entire family went to Egypt, sons and grandsons, daughters and granddaughters, all of his descendants. These are the names of the descendants of Israel, the sons of Jacob who went to Egypt. Reuben was Jacob's oldest son. The sons of Reuben were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah were Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah. Though Ur and Onan had died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamuel. The sons of Issachar were Tola, Pua, Jeshub, and Shimron. The sons of Zebulun were Sered, Elon, and Jaleel. These were the sons of Leah and Jacob who were born in Paddan Aram, in addition to their daughter Dinah. The number of Jacob's descendants, male and female, through Leah was 33. The sons of Gad. Sorry. Oh The sons of Gad were Zephon, Haggai, Shuni, Esben, Eri, Arodi, and Areli. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishvi, and Beriah. Their sister was Sarah. Oh my goodness gracious. Beriah's sons were Heber and Malkiel. These were the sons of Zilpah, the servant girl to Leah by her father Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Zilpah was 16. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. Joseph's sons, born in the land of Egypt, were Manasseh and Ephraim. Their mother was Asenath, daughter of Potiphera, the priest of On. Benjamin's sons were Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, Naaman, Ehi, Rosh, Muppim, Huppim, and Ard. These were the sons of Rachel and Jacob. The number of Jacob's descendants through Rachel was 14. The son of Dan was Husham. The sons of Naphtali were Jeziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shillem. These were the sons of Bilhah, the servant given to Rachel by her father Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Bilhah was 7. The total number of Jacob's direct descendants who went with him to Egypt, not counting his sons' wives, was 67. In addition, Joseph had 2 sons who were born in Egypt. So altogether there was 70 members of Jacob's family in the land of Egypt. Jacob's family arrives in Goshen. Genesis 46:28 through 34. As they neared their destination, Jacob sent Judah ahead to meet Joseph and get directions to the region of Goshen. And when they finally arrived there, Joseph prepared a chariot and traveled to Goshen to meet his father Jacob. When Joseph arrived, he embraced his father and wept, holding him for a long time. Finally, Jacob said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die, since I have seen your face again and know you are still alive." And Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's entire family, "I will go to Pharaoh and tell him, 'My brothers and my father's entire family have come to me from the land of Canaan. These men are shepherds, and they raise livestock. They have brought with them their flocks and herds and everything they own.'" Then he said, "When Pharaoh calls for you and asks you about your occupation, you must tell him, 'We, your servants, have raised livestock all of our lives, as our ancestors have always done.' When you tell him this, he will let you live here in the region of Goshen, for the Egyptians despise shepherds." Jacob blesses Pharaoh, Genesis 47:1 through 12. And Joseph went to see Pharaoh and told him, "My father and my brothers have arrived from the land of Canaan. They have come here with all of their flocks and herds and possessions, and now they are in the land of Goshen." Joseph took 5 of his brothers with him and presented them to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh asked the brothers, "What is your occupation?" They replied, "We, your servants, are shepherds, just like our ancestors. We have come to live here in Egypt for a while, for there is no pasture for our flocks in Canaan. The famine was very severe there. So please, we request permission to live in the region of Goshen." Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Now that your father and brothers have joined you here, choose any place in the entire land of Egypt for them to live. Give them the best land of Egypt. Let them live in the region of Goshen, and if any of them have special skills, put them in charge of my livestock too." Then Joseph brought in his father, Jacob, and presented him to Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed Pharaoh. Oh my gosh. "How old are you?" Pharaoh asked him. Jacob replied, "I have traveled this earth for 130 hard years, but my life has been short compared to the lives of my ancestors." Then Jacob blessed Pharaoh again before leaving his court. So Joseph assigned the best land of Egypt, the region of Ramses, to his father and his brothers, and he settled them there, just as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph provided food for his father and his brothers in amounts appropriate to the number of their dependents, including the smallest children. Joseph's leadership in the famine, Genesis 47:13 through 27. Meanwhile, the famine became so severe that all the food was used up and people were starving throughout the land of Egypt and Canaan. By selling grain to the people, Joseph eventually collected all the money in Egypt and Canaan, and he put the money in Pharaoh's treasury. When the people of Egypt and Canaan ran out of money, all the Egyptians came to Joseph. "Our money is gone," they cried, "but please give us food or we will die before your very eyes." Joseph replied, "Since your money is gone, bring me your livestock. I will give you food in exchange for your livestock." So they brought their livestock to Joseph in exchange for food, in exchange for their horses, flocks of sheep and goats, herds of cattle and donkeys. Joseph provided them with food for another year. I always wondered why they didn't just eat their cattle. But that year ended, and the next year they came again and said, "We cannot hide the truth from you, my lord. Our money is gone, and all of our livestock and cattle are yours. But we have nothing left to give but our bodies and our land. Why should why should we die before your very eyes? Buy us and our land in exchange for food. We offer our land and ourselves as slaves for Pharaoh. Just give us grain so we may live and not die, and so the land does not become empty and desolate." So Joseph brought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. All the Egyptians sold him their fields because the famine was so severe, and soon all the land belonged to Pharaoh. As for the people, he made them all slaves, from one end of Egypt to the other. The only land he did not buy was the land belonging to the priests. They received an allotment of food directly from Pharaoh, so they didn't need to sell their land. Then Joseph said to the people, "Look, today I have bought you and your land for Pharaoh. I will provide you with seed so you can plant the fields. Then, when you harvest it, 1/5 of your crop will belong to Pharaoh. You may keep the remaining 4/5 as seed for your fields and as food for you, your household, and your little ones." "You have saved our lives," they exclaimed. "May it please you, my lord, to let us be Pharaoh's servants." Joseph then issued a decree, still in effect in the land of Egypt, that Pharaoh should receive 1/5 of all the crops grown in his land. Only the land belonging to the priests was not given to Pharaoh. Meanwhile, the property of Israel settled in the region of Goshen in Egypt. The people of Israel settled in the land of Goshen in Egypt. There they acquired property, and they were fruitful, and their population grew rapidly. Goodness gracious. My reading skills today are quite subpar. I can't stop yawning. I did not yawn once before I got on this video. My word. Oh, happy birthday, Jackie. I know. I don't feel sleepy. I don't feel sleepy. I mean, I was asleep by 10, slept until 6, so I slept plenty. I just can't stop yawning for some reason. I'm not getting in enough oxygen, apparently. I was fine until I went live. Completely fine. I don't know, my friends. All right, let's go ahead and end in prayer. God, our Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for our time here together. Thank you for your love and your blessings to us. God, I just pray for each and every woman here and the many things that weigh on their hearts today. I just ask for your blessing and provision and grace and mercy for each and every one. I pray today as we go through this day, you will help us to honor you with our words, with our actions, with our choices, with how we treat others. Just help us to be a reflection of Christ wherever we go. In your holy name, amen. All right. This is my second cup. Julie. I don't know. I've only been up for 3 hours and I'm already ready for a nap. It's probably because Winnie's over there snoring and it's making me drowsy. I just want to go curl up under that end table next door and take a nanny poopy, little nappy nap. All right. Well, I thought about going live this morning, but I don't know for what. Last week I went live and made chocolate chip cookies, and I enjoyed those this week. But I don't know what to make. I'd like to have something for the week in my fridge, but I don't know what. Cookies are really not a great idea for me. I tend to eat more of them than I need. And so, I don't know. Maybe, Meredith. Maybe I accidentally, instead of taking my thyroid pill, I accidentally chewed up a turkey chill pill and didn't know. I didn't even give her one this morning, and she's out. She was pretty wild this morning, though. She likes to climb up on the couch and act like she's going to jump over the back. If she jumps over the back, she's going to get seriously hurt. I mean, it is a big fall to a hard floor. And she was, wild. And then she laid down and now is passed out for the next 2 or 3 hours. I don't know. I'll think about if I can think of something to make live this morning. Maybe I'll go live and make something, but honestly, I can't think of anything. My brain is fried. I spent all my brain energy making Chinese food last night. I don't know. Maybe you'll see me live. Maybe you won't. Let's leave it up to the universe. All right, girls. I love you so much. I hope you have an awesome sauce day and you implement a solid plan for this coming week. All right. Love you guys.